Okay, I'm going to go through very quickly the assignment for inequalities. Not very well done, particularly for all the questions. I was quite surprised. Now, I'm not going to go through a full solution for question 1, but you really need to remember that you cannot multiply both sides by x. I'm very surprised that there are at least 20 to 30% of you still do that, and once you do that, you will not get a full solution. Alright? So what you should do is ultimately get a something over x, which you will get. Ultimately, you get 2x minus 5 and 3x minus 2. You get smaller or equals to 0. Now, I was quite surprised. Now, many of you can know, some of you know this, but ultimately when you do the test point method, you conveniently left out 0. I was really very surprised as well. Now, you should have the 0 as a critical point too because of this. Now, once you do that, then you will get answer. Right? Not going to go through entirely, but this is the way to do it. Now, some of you tried to sketch this or tried to sketch y equals to 6x plus 10 over x minus 19. Now, sketching may get you the answer if you sketch correctly, or rather sketching will get you the answer if you sketch correctly. But many of you couldn't sketch this out properly, and hence you did not get the solution. Now, my recommendation is this. For a simple algebraic inequality like this, where you can actually get into this form, just use algebraic method. It's not that difficult. You can simply factorize it. Right, then you will get answer. Okay, I'm just going to quickly give you the answer. X smaller than 0, or now can you all notice that it is a strictly smaller than 0 here because you've got to put a hollow circle here. Alright, so let's take a look at your, some of you look here, yeah, watch it here, alright, because you did not put a hollow circle here, but everything else is correct. Everything else is correct, it's just that this one is, the hollow circle wasn't there, so it should be a strictly less than sign. Now very quickly, let's take a look at question 2. Okay, the first part is easy, complete the square, no problem. The solving is also no problem. Let me very quickly, you should eventually get to this stage. 3x minus 2 square minus 16 greater than 0. Many of you could get here. Now, next, let's take a look at our friend's solution. Everything is correct, huh? Same, huh? Until here. Until here. Very importantly, from here to here. Are you sure? I ask you, are you sure? Are you very sure? You cannot take square root on both sides just like that. Why? Now you think. If x squared greater than 4, can you say x greater than plus minus 2? Go and put some values inside and you will know that it's not correct. Now the way to do it is never take square root, never square both sides unless you are terribly sure for inequalities. So you've got to make use of this result. A squared minus b squared equals to a plus b. Now this one you learned at O levels, am I right? But you don't use it enough. Right? So answer is no. So what you do is you get x minus 2 minus 4 over root 3 x minus 2 plus 4 over root 3. Now once you get to this stage, you will get answer. Every one of you who managed to get this should get your answer. No big deal. And can we all take note? Some of you gave to a few decimal place. You must be in exact form. Is that all right? Can? Okay, question 3. Now the solving is easy. This one use GC. Every one of you could do it. Solve using GC. By GC, you should get x smaller than 4/3 or x greater than 6. The next part is also easy. I don't think I want to go through a lot. Alright, you just do a direct replacement and we are done. Okay, so question 3 is the easiest of the lot actually. Alright, it's just one thing. Set of values. Now 100% of you, nobody gave me the set of values. When they ask for set of values, you should give a set. In set notation, x belonging to real such that x smaller than ln 4/3 or x greater than ln 6. Now you can actually express this as 0.288 and express this as 1.79. No big deal to 3SF. Either way is fine. Okay, remember it is set of values. Question 4. Okay, question 4 is the one, interesting one. Without using a calculator, right? Without using a calculator, solve this inequality. Many of you can solve it. I have no problems, but there are a few things that you really need to take note. The presentation is poor. You've got to say x squared minus 2x plus 3 is equals to x minus 1 squared plus 2. Complete the square and you say it's always positive. Now, if it is always positive, it will not affect the sign of this entire fraction, which means you are as good as solving 1 over 2x squared minus 3x minus 2 smaller than 0. At this point, many of you try to bring this to the numerator and try and solve this. Many of you try to solve, then you say solve 2x squared minus 3x minus 2 smaller than 0. Now in this case, it is fine. You will not be penalized or because you will get the answer. Now can you all imagine if I try and put this in, the equality sign in, these two will not be the same anymore. Correct? Because if I put the equality sign in, then this algebraic expression cannot be 0. So I would really suggest that you don't do this. Why don't we just solve this just as it is like that? Just factorize, right? Just factorize 2x plus 1, x minus 2 smaller than 0, and you just use the test point method normally. And then bearing in mind your hollow circle, and you are done. Therefore, x must be between -½ and 2. Now this is easy, but can you all take note of this presentation? Alright? Another mistake that I want to point out is this. Look here. For question 4, look at what is in this student's script. Now what happened from here to here? What happened here? What he or she did was to multiply both sides by x minus 2, x 2x plus 1 squared, and you get here. Now in this case again, you will not be penalized because you can get the answer. Now can I then ask a question? Can you all think? What the student was trying to say is, if 1 over x is greater than, or 1 over x plus 1 is greater or equals to 0, is it the same as x plus 1 greater or equals to 0? Answer is no. Why? When you try and multiply both sides by x plus 1 square, when you try and multiply x plus 1 square, you may not get this one and this one will get the same solution, because for this case x cannot be negative 1. But for this case, x can be negative 1. So the solution, the solution to this is x must be greater than negative 1. The solution to this is x must be greater or equals to negative 1. So be very careful. Do not do this. Don't do this unless you are very, very, very sure. I'm not saying you cannot. For this case, you could, you can, but you need to be very, very, very sure. Okay? So for question 4, these are the few things I want to tell you about, especially this part, the presentation bit. Many of you missed it out. And if you want to prove that this is always positive, you either complete the square or you say your b squared minus 4ac is negative and coefficient of x squared is positive. Now you need two conditions here to say that the expression is always positive. Okay? That's all. Thanks.